Hi, I'm Amy from Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today I'm gonna make a pipe house. This is my Bikini Bottom world. I need to finish it, and to finish it, I'm making different types of pipe houses, like the different city houses around Bikini Bottom. This is the fifth type that I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna do it kind of like my kelp shake restaurant, and just kind of make it that kind of a funky shape, and just have a little fun with it. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my block of copper. I'm going to start with 4, then we'll do 6, we'll do 8, 10, 8, 6, and 4. Let's take a look at that. It's kind of short, but we could do 3. But then that's a lot of... Alright, we're going to stick with that. I kind of like that shape. I normally don't do it quite that tight, but that's what we're going to stick with. It's a little different, but that's what I like. I've done a lot of stuff that's kind of, partially the same. This will help kind of break up the monotony of that. So I'm going to put my red brick all around, well, block, not brick. Alright, so alright, we have our floor placed and we have our first block. I'm going to put my door right here. I think I'm going to make port windows right there. Try to decide, do I want to do, we could change it up and we could do those windows instead of just the porthole windows. Just change it up a little bit. One, two, three, which means this guy's gonna be 3. What are we doing the 3 though? We're doing the 3 right there. Gotcha. 3 there. Okay. Then the 3 on this end have just the red block, 3 glass, and I'm gonna do a window there. So that's quite a bit more windows than I have on my other houses, but that's fine. I wanted this to just have a completely different look to begin with, so that will help with that. All right, so now what do I want to do? Do I want to come out or do I want to go in? I wanted to kind of make it look like it's not just a rectangle. I wanted to kind of come either kind of bulge out and then come back in, or go in a little bit and then bulge back out. Since we're kind of down here on the first floor, I think we're going to bulge out first. So we'll come out 1 square. So we're placing 2 blocks and then getting rid of that first block that helped us place it. In case you're new and this is kind of a difficult thing to wrap your head around. Alright, so we've gone around one time. Let's go up one block. And then can we decide, do we want to go out one more? Do we want to go back in? I think I want to go out. But real quick before my sun goes down. Okay. Alright. We're going to go up a second block on this one as well. Alright, just kind of getting a feel for how it's looking. I think I'm ready to start changing the building material a little bit to give it a little detail. So now we're going to put our red nether bricks over top of our red concrete. Like so. And then we're going to start heading up and then back in. So we're going to do 2 like we did. So basically, we're going to go back up the way we came up. So I did 1, 2, 3. Then I went out and did 2. Then I went out and did 2. I'm going to do my brick. I'm going to do 2 more, and then we're going to start going back in. We might possibly use brick or just stay with the red. I'll decide when I get there if I like doing the brick there or not. But this is just to give us kind of that bulging, that the pipes do not stay the same. Like when you look at the Google photos, the pipes do not remain the same. They lean, they bulge out, they taper up. So I want to try to create that look to my pipe houses, which is kind of difficult to do with just squares to build with, but we're going to do it. We're going to work it out. Alright, so now we're going to start coming back in. And I think I'm going to stick with the red. So just like going back out, you place a block, then you place another block, and you get rid of the first block. And I don't know about the PC, but playing on the PS4 doing this type of a build, there just really isn't a fast way to do it. I wish that there was, but at least for me, this is about as good as it gets. So that's why this house will not be gigantic. because otherwise it would just take us forever. Alright, I was waiting for it. Okay, so we've headed back in. We're going to do 2 blocks, just like the layer that's the same width. Then we need to make some decisions. Do we want to continue this pattern? Are we going to do something different? Is it tall enough and just end it like it is? I don't think it's tall enough. I think we need to do some more. I kind of think we're going to go in 1 and then repeat the pattern. So we're at this part of the pattern right here, right? This is the middle section. That's the same as this, so follow my cursor. So we're going to go 1 more in, like the bottom layer, right? And then we'll start following the pattern again. Come out 1, go up, and then start heading back in. So I think we're going to do it twice. So let's go in 1 block for 2 blocks high, just like we did on the lower end of the building. What am I doing? I wanted to get rid of it, but it needs to stay there. Alright, we're going to go up 2, I believe. Yes. So we'll just go around, adding 1 more layer, and then we're going to start bulging back out. Alright. Let's see. That's an interesting shape. So once we get around the entire perimeter of the house, we will build up so that it's 2 blocks high. I don't like doing that when I'm going around because I like to focus to make sure that my block placement is correct. And it's just easy to add that second layer after you get the first layer placed. Alright, I'm going to add that second layer we talked about. Certainly not the fastest way to build, but we're just going to deal. Okay, so now we need to come out that 3rd layer, and it's going to be 2 blocks high, then the brick, and then 2 more. So let's add the perimeter around. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe, especially subscribe. That's the most important thing. That way I can keep bringing you videos about the Bikini Bottom world. I also do tutorials of modern builds, suburban builds, realistic, rustic, um, different types of buildings, churches. I have a Norse world. I have an Mayan world. We're going to go up another block and then we'll put on the nether brick. And so come on back, check my different types of videos out, build battles, all kinds of stuff, and get inspired. If you're new to the channel or if you're new to Minecraft, get building ideas, tips and tricks, and just have fun. That's why I do Minecraft. I think that it is relaxing, it's fun, I can use my creative side, spend time with my kids while I do it. It's relaxing. I like it a lot. It's like virtual Legos. Right? Then we're going to go and do our 2 blocks of the red concrete. Okay, we're going to go up. Then we are going to start coming in, rounding off the top to kind of make it look like a bottle shape. So this one's going to be a little different than any of the other pipe houses that I did. Like I said, it's slightly kelp shake-ish. Look up my Bikini Bottom videos and look up the kelp shake restaurant. It should be in the description. And you'll see how this is somewhat related to that shape. Let's go ahead and turn it to day. Oh, it's already not. Okay. Now we're going to just start coming in and closing it up. Whoops. Right. That's an odd gap. I don't know where that came from. Okay, we're going to go in again. We're getting there, guys. Okay, we're going to go up and in again. You see that the shape is slightly changing. The further we go up and come in one, the tighter the top is getting, smaller, and the shape will slightly change with each layer that we place. It's actually getting more difficult to place just because it's getting so tight. But just keep going. I find that when I'm doing builds of this type, the easiest thing to do is to stop and look at what it's looking like or whatever, and then like lose track of where you're at and the rhythm that you have. So at least try to go around one time before um, you stop and look, so that it's not hard for you to like figure out where you left off and mess up your design. Okay, so we are going to just finish off this little top piece, and then we're going to go in through the door and check out what the inside of our rounded red pipe house for Bikini Bottom looks like. Okay, so there it is, guys. This is the kind of crazy bottle-ish looking pipe. I don't know, I just wanted to have something a little more rounded, have something a little crazy looking. The great thing about this is my Bikini Bottom world is really, really big. So if I don't like this, I could just get rid of it, or it'll just be the one pipe house that looks like this, and I won't do a pipe house like that again if I don't like it. I'm going to use my copper block here, and I'm going to just have some pipes coming out. Just get that very Bikini Bottom-esque look to it. I'm going to go up one and just kind of give it like a little extra look there. A little something something, if you will. Alright, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, so we've got some pipes coming off of it. I might even do a pipe coming off this side. I really like this copper. It's got a nice metallic-y contrast with the red and the brick. So there we go. We got some pipes sticking out. This kind of funky bulging but comes back in, bulges back out look, which is just very Bikini Bottom-ish. Let's add some more windows. I like that I have a pattern down below. Maybe before we add windows real quick, maybe we should add a little bit of like the flooring, how we want to, how many floors we want to have, where we want to place them, because that will help with the placement of the windows a little bit. I've been very haphazard with my windows. I'm normally very like symmetrical and I like things very much a certain way. But with these Bikini Bottom houses, they're much more random. And so in a way that's kind of fun because I can give myself an excuse to let loose a little, be a little more random in my building, and it has worked out so far in a way that I like. So I don't know how we're gonna do the windows on each floor yet, but or how we're gonna get from floor to floor either, because of the crazy shape of this. I don't know if we're gonna have to do stairs or slabs, or if we could possibly do ladders. I don't even know. I mean, doing a ladder, we're gonna have to fill in and make like a flat wall to be able to do that. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave this part open so I can get down there for right now. And then we'll head up to the next. I know you can't see. There we go. Put some light up here. We have ample space for a ceiling, so I think we could do 3 floors pretty easily. Let's get my copper out. Where did we have the opened up corner? So the opened up one was over here. So we'll do kind of the same thing here. We'll leave a little square right there, kind of above that one, until we figure out exactly how we're going to get from floor to floor. So I can easily get from each floor to floor while I'm placing windows and lights on the inside. So I love the copper with the red. Oh, come on. All right. So now let's start placing some windows. I definitely think we could do a window there and a window here. I think we could, oh no, that's going to be an outer one. But that kind of stinks because that might have been a nice place for a window. But maybe we'll kind of do what we did before and just do like I'll have to see what these look like outside before I commit to them. But let's take a look. So 3, and we're going to put this. But I like that at least, I mean, I have some light, right? I don't like it when it's all dark. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to add a little bit of light up here. Let's go down. Go down, and I'm going to see, that's awkward, right? Like, what is the deal? I'm going to go down. Let's see what those look like outside. So they're okay. They're not the greatest. I don't love it. So that's the floor level. So let's go. That means though that the windows is going to be, maybe we could do that instead. Maybe I should just go up one. 1, 2, 3. I think I like that better. So even though this works good for where it's at, it's going to look better, I think, if we do something like this. I guess it's really not going to matter because this is the part that comes in. So it's really just not going to matter, I don't think. Oh, I was like, where does that come from? But that's what the copper does, is it oxidizes. That's so weird. I forget that it does that. All right, I think I'm just gonna leave those windows as is. And I prefer the windows on these levels because they're gonna be inside, if you know what I mean. But I still think they're functional. I think they're doable. So, well, that's what we're gonna stick with. Let's maybe make a decision on how we're going to get from floor to floor. All right. That's all right. That works. That's good enough. All right. So from floor to floor, how come it won't even let me fall? I really think it's going to take up too much room and just be awful to do anything but the ladder. So we're going to make a way to do the ladder, I think. Let's find... Oh, I got rid of my copper. Darn me. I don't like ever use the copper. Where is it? Okay. I think that's all I used. Alright, so we're just gonna go right up from here and just go right up to that one. So let's do this. We're just gonna keep going and hope that that's gonna work. So we did kind of have to change the shape on the inside, but I think the ladder is going to be much more efficient for space, and it will work and be fine. So there we go. We have 3 floors. They all have windows. They all have lights. And we're going to get up and down each floor with a ladder. And that is going to be lovely. There we go. Let's go outside. See how it's looking. It is a little crazy. It's a little different, a little crazy. I like it. I want to make these guys a little bigger. Make them a little more substantial. I like it. I actually really like it. It's kind of funny. Sometimes when I start building something, I'm like, ugh, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't think this is gonna look very good. And then sometimes it just takes getting it down all the way and getting it complete enough to be like, oh, okay, I see how it's come together now. That looks pretty good, or looks better than I thought. Are we gonna do hedges? Let's do hedges. We're gonna do some hedges, but I really love The crimson roots and the warped roots, they look very corally, and since if you place coral it's just gonna die, it's nice to have that as an option. I also do just use the flowers, but sometimes I like to use something that has a little bit more of that nautical look to it, and I think that the warped roots and the crimson whatever it was definitely fit the bill. All right, so we are happy with that. I'm gonna place a nice little border of my roots. You know what I love about these is that it's got this nice bright blue. It's kind of just a nice little contrast to the red with a little bit of the green. I think I'm not going to do, let's see if I did it over here. I didn't. Good. Okay, so now we're going to place our red nether brick as our little border here. Just trying to make sure that I'm being consistent. Alright, so that's kind of cute. I'm going to go ahead and just for a little bit of an accent, I'll use the spruce fence for that. I'm going to make a little walkway here. I think I'm going to make it with the copper just to give it a little go with the copper pipes. Alright guys, there it is. There is my kelp shake like restaurant but pipe house. What I like about it, let's get rid of this. What I like about it, I like the colors and I like the way that the pipes and the walkway go with the inside flooring. The copper kind of has that metal rustic feel to it that I think is really great. I love the funky shape. I love that it's very not anything I would normally do. It's very different, which I think is indicative to the pipe houses of Bikini Bottom. When you Google pipe houses for Bikini Bottom, they have all sorts of shapes. They come in, they come out, they lean, they taper, they do all these crazy things. And so this house definitely has that feel, that it's just kind of crazy, rusty, weird pipe. And I think it just really embodies the whole Bikini Bottom pipe house feel. I love the color. I love how it turned out. So please like and subscribe. Comment below. What are you liking? What do you want to see more of? What types of other builds would you like to see me do? All right. So make sure you let me know, and I hope everybody has a great day and keep building.